Hi everyone, a travel addict guy here, and I'm here with Mikko the Catman. He's over here. He's rolling up a ciggy, and he's with me today. We just stopped for some coffee, and I have some breaking news here in Spain, in Malaga. Grand reopening. Is that opening, reopening? I'm not sure, because it opened, it closed, it reopened.
Temporary reopening.
Temporary reopening. Okay, that's what Mikko says. Temporary reopening. It could be. So I have the latest news here for you guys. 1 million people now in Spain have now received both doses of the vaccine. So that is very, very good. The pharmaceutical companies have delivered 2.9 million doses, of which 83% have already been administered. So very, very good news there. We're on the right track here in Spain. Also have some somber news here. Black Friday, that was yesterday, had the highest daily death toll of the C-19 pandemic here in Andalusia. So some tragic news as well. 127 people have lost their lives in the region due to the virus in the last 24 hours, and 29 of them in Malaga. That's the highest number of people who have lost their lives since the start of the health crisis. The number of new infections has dropped from 3,097, lower than 3,506 of Thursday. So that is down. Good news there. And notably below the 5,150 high mark set 7 days ago. So the reopening, that seems to be helping. They close down temporarily, the cases go down, and then they reopen, and then we get a spike. So that's probably what we're gonna see again, unfortunately. There's also a new law in Malaga, and city police begin fines for cycling on pavements. So 100 people were issued a fine in Malaga in the first week after the grace period came to an end. Cyclist groups plan to protest this on Sunday. So you can no longer cycle on the streets. You have to use the bike lanes. There's no more of that. So that could be a hindrance to some of these people delivering, and also those scooters that you see. They made that rule because they say it was causing issues with the people walking. And you know, if you've been to Spain, that the streets are kind of tight. So that is something new here. So tightening the screws all the way around, it seems like. Okay, this is what I was talking about. You have the reopening. There are 20 locations in Malaga province that can reopen non-essential activities this weekend. Malaga City and 19 towns and villages in the province will be able to reopen their non-essential activities from tomorrow, and that is today, Saturday the 13th of February, after registering a cumulative incidence rate of less than 1,000 infections per 100,000. So that is the situation now. That is what is going on here in Malaga. We have less than 1,000 cases, so we can reopen. So we do have some good news, brightness at the end of the tunnel, I guess. So what do you think about that, Mikko?
Yeah, it's always good when there are less limitations, but yeah, probably they're gonna put it back anyway, but
right,
you're gonna enjoy what you get.
Yeah, and I talked about this before, that I don't think there even should have been a closure. I mean, you only closed it. It was supposed to be 2 weeks, and they said, Juan Moreno said it has to be for 2 weeks. That's the only way we can do it. There's no kind of wiggle room allowed there. It has to be 2 weeks only, and then he went ahead and changed it. So it must be political pressure, maybe from Madrid, or maybe the pressure from the business owners. They're probably saying that they cannot take it anymore. So we're gonna head over. We're close to the Plaza Merced. We're actually in front of the Teatro Cervantes in a little plaza here, and people are setting up for lunch. It's about 1 o'clock, and it will be lunchtime. So they're setting up here. Here is a restaurant to my right. They're setting up the tables. As of now, they have no customers. So we're gonna walk over to the Plaza Merced. We're gonna walk through town, and we're gonna show you what the grand reopening looks like. I guess that's what I should call it. You have a better name for it?
Yeah, I don't know, it's hard to describe it. Because yeah, it's like you get this one group of restrictions, and then they take them out, but they put instead some other things.
Right.
And they slowly make the totalitarian society.
Tighten the screws
Yeah,
a little bit more,
everywhere.
a little bit more, a little bit more. I think there was some kind of scientist that did something like that. He said you can slowly kill the mouse. You put it in a box or a cube, and you slowly take out the air, and the mouse does not even feel it. Or no, no.
Yeah, it's like a boiling frog thing.
The
but,
boiling frog,
yeah.
that's a good example. Perfect. The boiling frog. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, it's basically people who like to eat frogs, and when you cook it, some people do it who are a bit more cruel type. They put it in the water and slowly heat up the water, so the frog boils, but it doesn't even notice.
Exactly.
Until it's dead.
Until it's gone. Until it's dead.
Yeah.
Perfect. Exactly what I was trying to say, Mikko. Thank you for that. So let's head over to the Plaza Merced. I was here doing a live feed. It was not that long ago. If you saw that video, and everything was shuttered, everything was closed, and that was just a week ago. 1 week ago today, a Saturday, and here we go today. Let's hope for some more people. We're gonna see some places open. That is great to see always. Some people out. There's a lot of people out. It's a Saturday, so there should be a lot of people, and hopefully a lot of restaurants open. Well, so we've already got a lot of people out. Great to see, huh, Mikko? What do you think? A lot of people here in the plaza already. Table set up. Very different scene than last week.
Promising, it seems. People start to enjoy life again. Being inside for a week or something, so.
Exactly. Very, very good. So let's walk around here. Beautiful day today. Starting to get into that spring weather now. Very enjoyable today. It's going to be about around 21 or 22 maybe. Celsius.
Around 19 or something.
19.
There is clouds and stuff.
Feels really nice. I'll tell you that. With that sun out, it feels much warmer than that. Here's a man with a chair on his head.
Oh, the singer, man.
This guy, he's got the chair on his head to keep cool, and he's got a beer. So very, very, very good way to keep yourself cool, I guess.
He's a famous singer here.
Okay.
And yeah, he used to have this hat all the time. That was his trademark, but now he lost his hat, so he uses a chair.
Right.
Yeah.
So here we go. Here's the people again. So you close everything down for 1 week, and now you're back. The people are starved to get out, so they're going to rush out today. They're going to be in groups. You see these tables, 4 or 5 people. I just saw a woman smoking there. So I don't know. What did you accomplish? Did you accomplish a lot, Mikko? What do you think? Was it all worth it?
If you want to maximize human suffering, you do these things, I think.
Okay. Well, you heard it from the Catman. That's what he thinks. Always tells you directly. He does not mince words, the Catman. Okay, so there's one behind me that's closed, Lechuga. And I wanted to talk about this one, Cortijo del Pepe. And it is right here across from the Plaza Merced. And here it is here. A few months ago, I did a video here, and I had octopus right here. I had this grilled octopus, and the man made it on the grill. And this is one of my favorite places in town. And I just found out yesterday, the man told me in a coffee shop that this is closed permanently now. And I'm very sad about that. Actually, I was quite sad about that. This is one of my favorite places in town. So some of the places you're starting to lose that Spanish feel actually here in some of these places. So I hate to see these chains come in and take over, and that's what seems to be the theme that I've seen in a lot of areas.
Yeah, I think in maybe half a year or something, you're gonna see McDonald's or something here.
Yeah, that would be a shame.
What they usually do here, yeah.
That would be really a shame if that happens. Wow, the souvenir shop is even open, Mikko. You can get some souvenirs. Look at that.
Oh yeah, the bad thing, I cannot take the souvenirs anywhere from here. That's the sad part.
That's true. You can't leave. You can't leave Malaga. Yes. Quite interesting there. The man would open. I guess he's trying to get some sales, but you still cannot leave Malaga. You can't go out of Malaga. So they're actually opening the places, and I believe they have to close at 6 o'clock again. That is my understanding. So you're actually opening them.
That's what the papers say, I think.
Right. So it's just like an opening a short time. But it's a start. But the problem is every time they start, you get a couple steps and then you get like pulled back. It's like the dog that starts to run on the leash and then they're like, no, yanking you back. And that's how it seems to be all the time here.
Mm-hmm. Except it's not a leash, it's a shock collar.
A shock collar. The place to my right open. Very, very good. Some people out there already getting ready to have some lunch. And that is a new place in town. They have like a wine bar there. And they have a restaurant. They have some live music, or they had some live music. So that was quite nice. I went in there one day, I liked it, I enjoyed it. And they had some woman singing. But some people were trying to get up and dance, and they kept shutting them down. They said, no, you can't dance. So they had a woman singing, but you couldn't dance. So again, the strange rules they have in town. So this is...
the motto is no fun allowed.
Well, it looks like some fun today. Looks like you might be wrong, Mr. Mikko. Some fun today. Some people out enjoying it.
Yeah, but I think maybe they changed the motto. It's like a meme. They change all the time as the time goes by.
It could be.
The old memes, they get old. The old ideologies, they get old, and no one's gonna support them.
Well, maybe you have to give some people a little bit of freedom so they don't start to go crazy. They don't start to protest. They don't take the streets. I think maybe that's the plan. So they can kind of open a little bit and then pull it back, open, pull it back, and that way you don't have a complete societal meltdown.
Yeah, I think the worst for the so-called rulers is that people realize like they are not obliged to anything with them. So people can use their own system instead of pre-made systems by others.
Got it. So wow, this is great to see. Beautiful day. A lot of people out. People enjoying themselves. Wow, that is something we have not seen in a while here. So great. While it lasts.
More openings. Yeah, it's totally different from yesterday. Like everything was shut down.
It's like they flipped a switch. Mikko's exactly right.
It was like a ghost town, and now there is people.
People want to come out, and they want to come to restaurants. They've been wanting to do this, but they've been prevented from doing it. So a lot of places have opened. Here's one place here that's not open. They decided to close.
Taberna de Siglo.
And here's the street down here. I think most people are taking advantage. Most restaurants are taking advantage, trying to open.
Oh yeah, but this your pizza place was closed.
The pizza place was closed. Okay, Terra Mia. They have 2 locations now. They actually have another one.
This is
here it is. Here they bought this.
Place.
The Terra Mia bought this one now too. They have it here.
It changed.
No, they have 2 now. They opened another one.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they opened 2 of them. They were doing so well. So some places have been benefiting. Some of the places that had really good business, had Spanish customers too, they're able to open a second place.
Do you know what this was?
No, what was it?
It used to be a wedding clothes store. And you know now weddings are allowed, so you don't need the store anymore.
Okay. So here's a wedding shop that's gone. What about this hostel? Is it still closed? The hostel?
I have no clue. It used to be my favorite hostel here.
Mikko said there's a hostel here in town, and I think it's been closed quite a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone here, but it used to be the most used here. Even in the winter time, there would be like a lot of people here.
Right, Fio Hostel City Center. Mikko said he has not seen anybody coming out of here in a long time, and you know a lot of the people that stay in the hostels, right?
Yeah, it used to be like a community thing. We cook food here together in the night and have some drinks, go to the bars.
Okay.
That was the good life before, yeah.
Yeah, very nice. And what do you think? I have this feeling now that the culture has been changing. It almost feels different now, Malaga.
Yeah, I think it's like if I wouldn't have been living the last year and I would wake up now, I would think like I'm back in Finland. It's the same culture. Like
wow, that much of a difference.
Social distancing and stuff like this.
Yeah.
It's now here, so it's so weird feeling.
Well, the social distancing is one thing. I mean, we may have to abide by that, but some of these other things, they seem to be really taking advantage of things, like they're putting in these bike laws and things, and bit by bit they're taking all these things back, or they're changing the laws bit by bit, or the culture even.
Because I think it's a religion. If you believe this sea thing is the worst thing in the world and you have to avoid it with all costs,
okay,
then you can, the governments, they can make any excuse to do anything with you.
Interesting thought.
So if you give away your liberty for a sense of safety, you're gonna lose everything.
Wow, look at this. So many people, wow.
Ooh, this is the most for months.
Wow, we have not seen this many people in a long time here, wow. Springtime, a lot of people came down to the center of town today. Very nice to see. Wow, this is very nice. So some good news today. Everybody's saying, it's all doom and gloom on my channel. Today we have some good feelings. Kumbaya. Let's all sing Kumbaya, Kumbaya, Kumbaya. It is very happy to see, and it is very nice. It's a bright spot today. Wow. So I guess the sun comes out, people come out, and the sun is vitamin D, and that is supposed to be good to lower the cases. And I had talked about that before. People were asking me what I thought about that, and that's what happened last year. You had a dip in cases. So it's a natural dip, a natural effect of the sun and of the warmer temperatures. Do you notice anything different, Mikko? I noticed something different today.
I don't know. Streets look same, but I think like there is something added to the streets. I don't know what it is.
No, they took down those things for the lights event finally.
Yeah,
the poles.
Here. But I mean, like
the Christmas
usually
lights.
you walk here, but you wouldn't have any chance to hit anyone here for
that's true.
for a year or something now.
That's true.
So
a lot more people out.
This is kind of interesting.
Yes. I'm surprised the cops aren't out telling people to keep their distance. They'll probably be out later doing that.
Yeah, I think they are just having their morning donuts still.
Oh gosh. Oh, I hope none are watching. Oh my. Forget about what he said that. Wow, it's just so different than a week ago. You guys saw my live feed. If you are a subscriber of my channel, you most likely were there. And you saw quite a difference. I walked down the street a week ago and it was so different. Only a few people. Those 3 women came up to me and there wasn't much else. There was maybe 10 people on the whole street, and now there's 500 or so, I would say. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Great to see, great to see. Okay, so that is Ilarios. Different time and a different day. So a lot of people out today. Not everything is open, but a lot of places are opening, a lot of restaurants. How about we walk over here and see?
Oh yeah,
real
maybe
quick.
McDonald's is open.
Is McDonald's open? You know, I've never...
actually, it is. McDonald's has been open the whole time.
How is the McDonald's here? I don't think I've ever eaten at this McDonald's, ever.
I have,
and I've been here
there
2.5 years and I've never eaten at this McDonald's. I'm not a fan of McDonald's, guys. Yeah, they're open here.
At least they used to have like cheap, about €1 coffee, and
Yeah.
you know it's a really good quality.
Right? Well, I think it's better quality than America, actually.
Yeah, because it was like 1 beer or 1 coffee, it was like €1. So it was one of the cheapest place here. So maybe that's why it used to have a lot of customers before.
Okay.
But yeah, other from that, the quality is, well, it is McDonald's.
So the main streets are all pretty much open. I didn't go down any side streets today. It might be a little bit of a different situation on those side streets. What do you think, Mikko? What are we gonna do? Head down to the beach, or what are we gonna do?
No idea.
Okay.
That's the best thing, like about
No plans.
adventures, you don't have any destination.
Got it. So we're heading down toward the beach now. There's some women exercising here to my left. Like some kind of class, maybe. So that's kind of nice. People getting ready for the summertime, springtime. And you noticed something. You said there was less homeless people in the street. Normally in the park there's some homeless people, right, living there.
There used to be all the time, but
I know for a while during the height of the pandemic there was a lot of people living in that park, and somehow
yeah.
they've disappeared.
yeah, I only saw one of these Romanians the other like week, but
Okay.
yeah, the other ones they have just gone somewhere. I don't know.
So they either left, or I'll have a feeling maybe they were kicked out.
Yeah, they were kicked out. Yeah.
Yeah. So Spain is not very liberal about that homeless thing. People were asking about where the homeless people are. They come into certain parts of the town and they just say get out. And you don't mess around with the cops in Spain, as you know, right, Mikko?
Yeah, they have no limitations. They can beat you up without any precautions.
So it's not like America, guys. It's a different thing here. Okay, here we are, down at the port. Oh, it looks like a lot of those places are open. So nice to see. I'm seeing those canopies there, those tents in the background. So we're gonna head over there and take a look. And Muelle Uno it's called, Pier 1. And let's see if any of these restaurants and things are open. It'll be the next stop. So here I am, travel addict guy, and Mikko reporting from and now open Muelle Uno. Look at that. Look at the people behind me enjoying themselves. Wow, think of that. Almost unthinkable.
Oh yeah, it's like I don't know, like a different world from yesterday.
Yes, it's amazing. So I know a lot of you guys are suffering right now through lockdowns, and my heart is with you guys. We know what it's like, and I hear in the UK it's really bad right now. The reports are coming in from a lot of people, the comments, and I feel for all you guys. I'm really sorry to hear that, and I know it's really tough. So let's hope that they can somehow get control of this thing or start to open, do something.
Or they lose control. That's how when it changes.
Maybe so. Maybe
Yeah.
so. Maybe that's what they need to do.
Or no,
Well,
we need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's our task, to forget them and build our own society.
Do our own thing.
Not to obey by some kind of slave masters.
Okay.
That's not a human thing at all.
Got it. Yeah, well, some changes are being made. I know some people are standing up in the UK and Britain. The guys were opening some shops, but they faced a lot of backlash for that. Nice. Some places open here. And this is pretty touristic normally.
Yeah, but no tourists, so the locals can enjoy the thingies here.
Yes.
And now we are locals basically, because it's most likely conclusion, if nothing's gonna be change in the human society or in the collective, then we will not travel anywhere anymore. So
Got it.
that's the thing, like we are now Malagueños, and probably it's not gonna change in a long time. So we are locals now.
We're locals. Got it.
Different kind of, yeah.
Well, I've always been a fan of Malaga, and I just hate to see it change and hate to see it suffer so much, because it is a great city. So you got a lot of these shops here open to my left and behind me, and I walk by a lot of them, but there's not really a lot of customers right now that I'm seeing. Some of these places are on the higher prices, and they catered more to the tourists. I know when the tourists were here, when the cruise ships, a lot of people that came from the cruise ships, they come here. That is a lot of their customers, and they're probably missing them right now. And here we go, we're coming up to the restaurants. So that is good. A lot of restaurants there open.
And many people in restaurants too.
Some customers too, very good. By that one place, and there was a lot of people there at the tables, but I have to say, looked like they all were drinking. They had drinks and they did not have food. So Mikko and I were talking about that. A lot of the Spanish people, they will go and they will sit at a place, and especially a day like this, and they will have drinks, because it's not that expensive, the drinks, but the food is kind of expensive here, right, Mikko?
That's a pretty usual case, yeah.
So they'll come here, they'll have a drink. I see a couple guys there having a drink there, and a lot of times that's what they do, so they don't really eat. So that's not a lot of revenue for the place. There's a couple to my left also with a beer there. So that's what they'll do. They'll come here, they'll have a drink, they'll enjoy it, and then they'll go back to their house and eat normally. So a lot of the money is made from the tourists. That's where the real money is made normally, because they'll sit down and they'll have a dinner and they'll spend 40-50 euros. And a lot of the Spanish people are not going to do that unless it's a special occasion normally. This last one here is pretty busy. This is one of the more Spanish ones, so probably cheaper prices on that one. And you can get a bucket of beer sometimes there for not an expensive price.
Though you could move.
On the beach now, and you can take the mask off there, so don't want to hear anything about that. And behind me is a chiringuito here, and I see all the chiringuitos are closed, so they've chosen to stay closed, but they didn't have enough time to open up. But you do have some action here on the beach. We got some people playing volleyball, which is kind of interesting, and some beautiful boats out there. Look at that. Wow, look at that, picturesque out there. That is fabulous. Wow, just a beautiful day today. The chiringuitos are not open, or is that one open down there? Looks like they're closed still. Kind of surprised by that. So the pier is open and the Chiringuitos, the beachside restaurants,
there are surprisingly many people around.
are closed. And there's a lot of people here. Yeah, you think they would have taken advantage. Well, like I said, it takes a little bit to open a restaurant sometimes. You have to get the fresh product, and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a few days to get that together and the workers and things. So that is one of the concerns when they go ahead and close and they reopen. Okay, so Mikko and I are at a Chiringuito now, and we see these ladies there in the corner behind us, and they're like 2 ladies and a guy, and she drinks the beer. She's got the mask on, and she takes it down, and she drinks the beer, and then she puts it back up. So it's really crazy. And a lot of people here, no one has the mask on when they're at the table. You don't have to have it. So what do you think about that, Mikko?
Yeah, not so many people are dumb enough to do this.
Yeah, that's
I think that's the thing. Like,
Maybe
it's a limit
conditioning.
of an idiot, like between there, then you do this.
Some people doing that. They're wearing the mask. They're lowering it only to drink. That's basically what she's doing. So that is, wow. Some people really got the conditioning to wear the mask all the time. So we found the one Chiringuito open today. Having a little espeto and enjoying the day. Very, very nice. And no mask. No mask.
No mask.
You got your mask on, Mikko, to eat?
I think I pass.
Very good. So this is the one you eat with your hands.
Yeah,
it's
this
not the best quality today.
Yeah, because people they used to eat with their hands before, so it's like natural.
So you eat this one right off the bone, guys. That's how you do it. Like that. You take a hunk of the meat, and you go ahead like that. There you go. Taste of the sea. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe not so. Well, some of these places, I think maybe they used the old stock because they were closed for a while. You think? Maybe they had trouble getting the fresh one today.
This one, you can see it's a bit like dark in the inside.
Okay.
So it's not fresh fish.
So that's what we're having today, espetos at a Chiringuito, the only one open here in Malaga. So we're happy to be out enjoying ourselves. So everything is open today. I'm so glad to see that. We had a nice walkabout and got something positive to show you guys today. So that is great. That is great. We're going in the right direction for now, but I have a feeling that the cases are going to go up again and we may see the same thing all over again. I hope that is not the case.
Which case?
That everything goes back up and they close it again in a week or two.
What about another case?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why they want us to be confused.
Yeah, I think so. I'm confused myself. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next video. Travel addict Guy and Mikko, the cat man, leader of the catocracy.
Oh, yeah. There is change coming.
Yes. See you in the next video. Take care, everyone.